am I going to be able to use 600 horsepower?
Johnny, they are everywhere. We're surrounded by lunatics, madmen, crazy people. Car guys who have an insatiable bloodlust for horsepower. How much horsepower? How much is the right number? How much would you be satisfied with? Are you a crazy person, a psychotic car owner?
Look, this episode, what we're going to talk about today is exactly my gripe with automobiles in general.
I didn't know you had one.
I
thought you loved
I
everything
have a
about
bone
cars.
to pick. Look, we've talked about, I love cars more than anything. It is, sorry, fam, but what I look at when I see performance automobiles and what's going on in the industry, it drives me insane.
Bananas.
How much power is too much power? I don't know. If I can't ever enjoy the limits of the car or even get close to those limits, what on earth am I doing?
Yeah.
And these cars exemplify that philosophy, that sort of place where we are in time right now. And so what are we doing?
Right, we should tell people what we're doing, actually. So this
What are-
is Bid Left Nut. This is the car show, talk show, shit show where we discuss car money and auction analysis. We talk about what cars are worth, who overpaid what, and which of these beauties we would give a left nut for. And sometimes we argue about cars. Looks like right now we poked the bear, and John is a little upset about the cars we're going to talk about today.
I'm going to make one caveat. The cars that I'm railing against, I'm also in love with. About 66% of them. I have a love-hate with these things.
Here's who we are. I'm Stace Ghost, joined by Johnny Horsepower, Johnny Miata.
I'm Johnny Somebody.
We make auction predictions all day long. He's usually better at it than me, but I think we got a few surprises.
Yeah, I understand we have some roundups, don't we?
Here's what's on the agenda. We're going to, as usual, dive into last week's predictions and see how well we did. You know, coming into this, one of us won, one of us lost. We've got trivia, insights, market updates, even some warnings on the 3 weapons of mass deception that we're going to discuss today. And hang on till the end, because we're going to put fantasy bids on these cars, because Johnny and I are broke. We're not buying any of these cars, but we're going to predict the closing prices and tell you what you should pay if you're fortunate or silly enough to actually want to own one of these.
Okay.
How did each of us perform last time when we went out and put cars and bids head to head with Bring a Trailer? Do you remember the format of the show? It was a week ago.
Remind me. What we got?
So we found 2 cars of each type, one on each platform. So for instance, we found a Stingray on each platform. We found a 911 997 on each platform. We found a Bentley on each platform. And we wanted to see where a certain car would perform best. Is Bring a Trailer the right market for 997? Is Cars and Bids the better place to try and sell your clapped out Bentley? You want to see some results?
Yeah. What did we come up?
Well, here's what happened. The first car we looked at, do you remember this thing? Speaking of M5s.
Well, I do remember. Okay. So yes, I was strong money on this car. I'm still maintaining that it was a really nice example.
It was fantastic. It had higher mileage.
This was the lower mileage. It was like, I don't know. It was like
40 or less?
40. I thought it was 40.
Yeah.
But nice example, well maintained, good documentation. This was the it car. Not $62,000 worth of it.
Not even 57,500.
Not even 57, but 50 grand. I think it's well bought. How do you feel?
Yeah, I think so too. So you're going to notice a pattern on all the roundups we're doing here. You and I were super optimistic on everything. So
do you think it's because it's the time of year?
So we talk about like, oh, no one's buying cars because it's cold and there's snow out. Well, half the country doesn't see the shit weather that we.
I know. I'm a little envious of half the country.
Me too. Right. So I won this one by a little bit.
Handily, I would say.
Nah, I'm not going to brag. You want to see some stellar performance? Check this out. Oh. Dude, you fucking nailed this one.
I mean,
hard to swear, but
I'd like to, I'm a little proud of my Hoopty King. Holy cow. That was pretty close, huh?
Yeah. If you remember, this car was the one in like British Racing Green or German Racing Green or something like that. And it had pinstripes.
Yeah. This was old man spec. And it's a rough car. It needs some TLC. It's got good bones, but old man spec, green, tan, wood, pinstripe.
Yeah, you killed it though, man. You were off by like $306.
Oof.
Yeah, nice work.
Thank you.
Next one, we had this 2023 Corvette Stingray. It did not sell. It was bid up to $57,000. I won, but just by a small amount. I was $9,000 off. You were $11,000 off. But
Did I really only bid $46,000?
yeah, because everything we looked at, all the comps said that this was, well, actually, I think neither of us looked at the right comps apparently, but like,
Yeah. Yeah, I could say that.
there
Man,
are so
40.
many of these. And this is the car that had like 38 or 40,000 miles, and it's only like a year and a half old.
Yes. Yeah. So I was dinging it for high mileage.
Next, we had another Stingray, which sold at 100,720.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was the weirdo color, the cactus green.
Cacti green. And it had only, I think, 1,300 miles on it. So I was a little bit closer here. We get to the first of our
Ooh.
Bentleys. We had this 2010 Continental GT Area
Oh,
51.
okay.
That was a bargain. 43 grand.
Yeah. I mean,
Nothing's
yes.
gonna break. Nothing's gonna break on this car. It's gonna be fine.
No. Total reliability is a pinnacle of German engineering that will never let you down.
So that was the first Bentley. I won by a good margin there.
You did.
But the tables were flipped on this 2016. It sold at 52.5, and you were really close to it. You were at 57.
At $52,000 sale price, that represents a lot of car for the money.
Yeah, I don't remember the miles on it. It wasn't crazy though.
Not crazy miles, and it's a weird spec car, if I remember correct. I mean, maybe that's what suppressed the value. Maybe, I don't know, maybe 50 grand is what you get. A 9-year-old Bentley, that's where we are.
Well, you nailed it almost. Next, we had the first of our 911 cabs, and these are both 997s. This one was a .1. Man, was I far off on this. Well, you
I
were
mean,
too, I guess.
another car that did not sell.
You remember how bad the photos were on this?
Yeah, terrible photos. This particular car just doesn't have that. It doesn't have the eyeballs. It's about $30,000 off of what it should be on its best day.
Absolutely. 15,000 miles. I don't think there were any stories with this. If anything, this might have been the car that had the rear bumper repainted, but still 70 grand. The seller was right not to take it, but he was insane to post it with these photos. If you guys have a chance, this is on Bring a Trailer. Maybe the worst photos I have ever seen in a car auction for a car that deserved so much better. Next, we had this 2011 .2 997. It sold at 82.
It's got the eyeballs.
This atrocity or this? Yeah.
Yeah. Hard to tell in those pictures. There is something about this one. Maybe it's just that I like the update more than the pre-facelift, but this thing looked the part.
This one, I mean, so the photos were awful, but that black paint at 15,000 miles should have looked good. It looked like it was beat to hell. It looked like I washed it, and I do a bad job washing black cars. That's how bad
There
this
was a
thing
little sand in the sponge or something happened. I don't know. $82,000 again seems like a tremendous bargain. You know these cars are going to go up in value. I'm impressed. Somebody bought this super right.
We're going to
Oh
see.
my goodness, how close were we?
Very close. Yeah. Uncle Lefty said, "Oh, what's the matter? You couldn't get it close." So we did bet a t-shirt from Blip Shift.
I owe you a t-shirt from Flip Shift.
All right, so at the top of the show, I called these weapons of mass deception because they are wagons and sedans, yet they act like rowdy muscle cars when you get stupid with your right foot. These things look the part of a respectable car, but man, do they haul ass. Like 3 cars, one purpose, getting your groceries home at 190 miles an hour.
Would you consider these cars sleepers?
I would consider to my wife. Yeah, she wouldn't know that that was something special. The M5, she might, but in the RS6, I think definitely people would, because of those 22-inch wheels and those rotors, like bigger than Andre the Giant's head.
Yes, and everybody knows that Andre the Giant had a really big head. I would agree with you, save for the M5. I think if you debadge an M5, it looks like a rental spec 3 Series. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, the AMG, again, debadge it, and it just looks like a Mercedes wagon. That Audi is sinister. I think I'm going to show my cards already, but I freaking love the Audi.
So speaking of the RS6, have you seen this beast? I think there are like 200, 250 of them.
I have not. I'm looking at it for the first time, and my knee-jerk reaction is, am I of the demographic that loves retro race. Like, are they appealing to me? Because I don't know if they're doing it on purpose, but they're definitely appealing to me.
Me
That
too.
thing looks amazing.
It looks amazing. I think they're like $250,000 or something, however.
It does have the wheels. It has the livery.
So what I would do is I would buy with my non-existent trust fund, I would buy a regular RS6 Avant, and then I would sticker it up like this with some vinyl.
Yeah, I'm with you. This is so cool.
And there's no way you're flying under the radar with this thing. I don't care what other people say. They'd say, look at this douchebag. They'd say, who does he think he is? We don't care how loud his car.
Reminds me of, and I don't know why exactly, it's probably a me thing, but I remember seeing the first Audi 200 Avants in the mid 80s, and they looked different than the 100, which was the 5,000 in this country. But the 200 just looked incredible. It looked futuristic. I'm getting those vibes off this. That is so cool. I would get that.
Back to our show. We mentioned that here in the Northeast, it is winter, and we thought, let's talk about cars for insane people, but let's also talk about some performance cars with all-wheel drive for the winter, because we want savage winter sleds. We don't want to not be able to go out and have fun. Obviously, neither John nor I are crypto bros or Nepo babies, so we can't own these cars, but we can lust after them and we can appreciate the idiots who actually go out and buy them. We're going to go through each of these cars in detail, and we're also going to make predictions at the end of the show, so hang on for that. But a negative is the steep depreciation curve.
Yeah. Oofa.
Oofa. These cars depreciate so fast.
How fast do they depreciate?
They depreciate faster than my dignity when there's an open bar.
I was going to say faster than their 0 to 60 times, but I like yours better.
They depreciate faster than your follow through when you say you're going to go out and clean the garage, but you sit down and look into a box of old parts.
Sometimes I just watch YouTube videos of other people cleaning their garage, which is not the same.
These things depreciate faster than Kevin Spacey's career. So I do at some point, I want to ask you, which of these would you daily, which of them would you flip, and which of them would you be buried in?
Okay.
We'll do that at the end of the show. All right, so the first car that we're going to talk about is this Australian 2015 RS6.
Okay, wait. Before we go any further, can I get this out of the way?
Go ahead.
Good day, mate.
Thank you.
I had to do it.
Yes. So we're looking at 6 cars today. We've got 2 RS6s, we've got 2 M5s, we've got 2 E63, different platforms, different generations. We're looking at, in general, this category of insane car. What do you think of this? What do you think of this blue, the Sepang blue on the RS6?
Wang dang sweet per sang blue.
Is that the real title?
Well, the Persang Blue is, and then the Wang Dang Sweet is Ted Nugent. So Wang Dang Sweet Poontang is Nugent's song. Do I love it? Do I love it? I don't.
Well, I know you love the RS6. Why do you not like this one?
I like the RS6. I'm not sure that I absolutely love this generation of RS6, but that aside,
why?
The color itself.
Why?
You know, why do I not like it? I like the exterior. The interior doesn't do it for me. It's a beautiful car. I just think there are better color choices for it.
Okay. Wheels on the wrong side for us.
Well, that's true. It's also got chicken wire in the interior.
Yeah, you know what? I kind of like these seats. I don't know if you're a fan of Capital Punishment, but if the electric chair looked like this, I'd be like, all right, at least I'm
And I'd reconsider. Yeah, maybe it's not so bad. It looks like chicken wire. It reminds me of the Blues Brothers. Yeah, I mean, it looks like every Volkswagen Audi product, except it's got a steering wheel that has lots of holes in it.
You know, every generation of this car adds 100 horsepower and $1,000 to every repair bill.
Yeah, that's a shame. I think that's where I tap out immediately, right? They are so expensive to maintain that I think it takes away some of the joy for me.
Yeah. Well, I think if you got the bank to purchase one of these, maybe you look at maintenance differently than you or I, or maybe there's a reason that people sell these things at huge discounts.
Yeah, you get slapped with a $5,000 bill every time you go into the service bay.
I just needed air in my tires.
I mean, that gets old. That steering wheel really irks me. I don't know if there's a phobia about steering wheel holes. It's a lot of perforation. One of the things that, as we go through these pictures, that I looked at beyond the car, was just how the auction was structured, this being an Australian auction.
Yeah. Well, yeah, collecting cars, they do auctions everywhere. This one just happens to be down under.
Well, one of the things that I really liked about it is that they outlined everything in the listing. You had the car overview, which is fine. We know that. The key facts are great. Like a lot of our American auction houses offer similar information, but the buyer's premium is upfront and right here. I know exactly what I'm going to pay. I don't know. I like that. You get a total idea of what you're going to spend on the car before you're there, which may not benefit the seller. Right? We want to get people in the heat of the moment and not thinking about the other added fees. But as a buyer, I definitely appreciated the transparency.
Yeah. I actually like this platform, collecting cars. No real reason other than it's a nice change of pace from everything we see on Bring a Trailer, Cars and Bids, Haggerty, Hemmings. You just see different cars on collecting cars than you see other places. We just see things that we don't always get here on this side of the pond.
One of the things that I noticed, did you see where this car is located?
Wallaroo?
Yeah, so let's be honest, that's made up. Everything in Australia is made up, is it not? Like, oh yeah, right. We live in Wallaroo. Like, it just sounds like something. I don't know. Like,
But
is there
every name
really?
is made up. Every name, like York, Pennsylvania is made up.
Yeah, that's true. Walla Walla, Washington. But Wallaroo sounds really like, hey, what's the most Australian place I can think of? Ah, it's obviously Wallaroo, right?
It's a good thing nobody watches our show
I
from
know, I
Australia.
know. I'd be getting Australian hate mail, but they don't know how to write. No, that's not true. Stop joking.
But they do know how to murder, John.
You
Just
said
keep that in
penal
mind.
colony. You already you set it off.
So we've looked. So speaking of criminal, this car, well, not this one. I think the newer version. So I'll save that fun
Yeah.
fact for later. So yeah, this is a cult wagon. It's the forbidden fruit that's turned into a family missile. Would you haul your groceries and children in a car like this?
No, I know.
Because you'd be worried about your son putting his feet on the back of the seat rest? Me too. That's why, right?
Bother me. Here's the thing, and maybe this is because my children are getting to that point where they will be driving. Do I really want to put a 600 horsepower missile in my garage? If my kids are anything like me, and hopefully they don't watch this either, because I don't want them getting any ideas. But if they went in and stole the car without my permission,
This is awful.
I mean it's Australian dirt. It's fine, mate.
I know you don't want to put the 600 horsepower wagon in the hands of
Yeah, like so. But would I like an Audi Avant? Yeah, I think the design is beautiful.
second. Is this thing this is broken?
No, that's the mic. That's the microphone attachment when you want to.
It's nerve-wracking to think that this is a car with 600 horsepower. Wait, even putting that aside, we're going to talk about an M5 later. The newest M5 has 1,000 foot-pounds of torque. We're talking about these cars. We'll put kids aside for a second, but like these cars are on the road with crazy people at the wheel. I mean, people
Yes.
who are thinking about something else, dragged it on their way to work, like all these things that go on in our lives every day. But you've got this like ballistics grade vehicle under your ass. That's dangerous.
So, are you opposed to high horsepower?
These things, like this is not a wagon. This is a weapon. I mean, but
Obviously, this conversation is a slippery slope. And we're going to talk about German high horsepower, which for some reason in my mind is a little different than, say, a Hellcat.
right. Anyway, so this car currently at 45,000 Australian. It ends in about 12 hours. Let's just do a quick conversion. So if it's at 46,000, that's at about $30,000. So we know this isn't going to sell at $30,000. But you and I are actually going to make a prediction about the end of the show. So stay tuned for that.
I won't go anywhere this time.
All right. So that's collecting cars over in Australia. You want to see what we have here in Redmond, Washington?
I have thoughts.
Tell me.
So let's start with the obvious. Nardo gray is a good color for an Audi. That's not a hot take.
Correct.
And I understand that Nardo gray has certainly been done, but for an Audi, it just seems like a natural color. And for this car, it's so brutal anyway. Why would it not be the color of concrete?
Correct.
But this car, as I was kind of looking into the listing and what's going on, the owner of this car bought it, immediately put $20,000 into it.
Yeah. Weird, huh?
and is now selling it. And boy, that's the type of money that I'd like to have because it's not likely to it's not going to appreciate. We know that, right? These cars are depreciation monsters. And on top of that, he's like, "Hey, hold my beer. I'm going to put 20 grand into it that I'm definitely not going to get back either."
Yeah. So it sounds like somebody lost their VP role at some consulting company.
Possibly, or they just have so much money, nothing matters anymore.
These wheels, those 22-inch wheels, those are new wheels for this model year, and those saved, believe it or not, 44 pounds total. So 11 pounds each corner. That's a huge amount of unsprung weight that you've unsprung.
That is insane. They also look incredible. Like,
You don't think they're too big?
I mean, practically speaking, like living in the Northeast with terrible roads and lots of potholes. Yeah, I don't really want to break those in half, but I don't think they're too big for the car. I think that car is over the top anyway, in a way that I absolutely love.
Yeah. I think what this guy did, lowering it, I think it looks good. I know it certainly has a POV on it now. So, I think it looks just menacing enough.
I agree with you. I think that this car is a statement car, and when you pull up, it's not obnoxiously loud, right? The Nardo Gray suppresses that, but people are going to notice. Non-car people are going to notice. Like just the fact that it's not an SUV suddenly makes it exciting and different. I don't know. I like it. I'm not a huge modern car guy, and I'm not a high dollar car guy, but I think I understand this, and I'm definitely into it.
Yeah, you said it's not a loud car, and I know you were speaking of the visual appearance of it.
Fits the whole vibe of this car, right? This car just looks aggressive and brutal. It is brutalism in automotive form. And so the sound that it makes, sound clip, you can hear it, I don't know, orally it fits the no, not that oral. It fits the car. It fits the way the car looks, at least in my opinion. Yeah. I mean, look, we can go back to the argument of is this too much power for the road? And I'm going to tell you, yeah, I think it is because I can't really exploit this car and enjoy it for what it is, right? You're going to do the party trick of, hey, watch this. And you're going to hit the gas for 2 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're going to be going too fast. And that's about it. That gets old after a while.
Yeah, there will be kids on the side of the road that goad you into doing something irresponsible, and you will do it.
Well, I will, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do that with 100 horsepower.
Hey, these wheel flares, I think they're fantastic. I just absolutely love them. I just think they're so
It is the purest expression of Audi performance, this car. It is what Audi performance is all about.
Do you know what R stands for?
Really sporty,
Mhm. That's exactly what they no, Ren. Ren.
which is German for
Run.
Corsa.
It's for what?
Corsa?
Ren is German for I thought it was for run.
I thought it was for racing.
Okay. Hey, so you didn't like the chicken wire on the other seats?
Yeah, this isn't as chicken wiry though. There's more space in the chick. I think it's a different design. Let's talk about Alcantara. No, let's talk about Alcantara later. We'll talk about Alcantara later.
I do like, speaking of these seats and the chicken wire, I do like the visual effect. So the leather on these insets is black, but with all that red stitching, it actually has a red appearance. I think that's a wonderful detail, a wonderful trick of the eye.
It's yeah, I totally agree with you. I think that this looks like a premium interior that that it's befitting of what this car is.
John, look at those perforations. They're not even circles, they're little diamonds. That's a good detail.
It's nice. You can tell that it's a Lamborghini family as well.
Yes. It's a Lamborghini family car.
It is a Lamborghini. If the Urus is too boring for you,
Did you see these seat belts? Like they're black seat belts. Let me see if I can find a pic of them. They're black seat belts, but they have like red piping on them.
what is it?
Also, these light up, these receptacles. So when you stumble into it at night, you can just plug your seatbelt right in there and get on with the business.
It's so funny, man. I wish my car had that because it took me like an hour and a half last night to find the seatbelt of my 6-year-old Lexus that has 100,000 miles on it.
Right.
And if it was lit up, I could have found it easier.
I don't believe you. I think you're trying to be sarcastic.
Well, a little bit.
We're going to put a price on this when we get to it. Oh, one other thing I wanted to mention. It even has like the rear sunshades for vampires. So
Well, that's good.
that's good, yeah. Because this is a car a vampire would drive.
Like Edward?
Correct.
I thought he had a Volvo.
All right.
Yes. This is a
Predictions coming up
vampire.
for this wagon, so stay tuned. Okay. Next, we are looking at a 2014 Mercedes-Benz E63 AMG wagon. Lots of letters. Only has 44,000 miles on it, but it's old. 2014.
I love this body style. I think it's aging well. I do have some commentary on this listing, but we'll get there.
Sticker for originally $108,000.
12 years ago, that's wild.
Bought by a crazy person, I'm sure. So it had a little bit of accident damage. I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to.
It had headlight damage, like a rock chip that was under the headlight somehow. The guy explains it in the listing, and it ends up being they had to replace both headlights to the tune of like $10,000, something insane. No, they didn't replace both headlights. Both headlights went out at the same time because there was a pinhole in one of the headlights. And there was also a slight bubble on the front bumper. So he ended up having like a massive insurance claim,
Oh,
massive being like 10 grand, something like that.
I'm surprised they didn't total it.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing, right?
Warranty
That's the
deal?
tip of the iceberg, friend.
Okay.
So let me paint the stage for a moment, all right?
Ooh, look at you with puns.
Hun, I am going to list the car for sale. So I just bought this new camera and it's amazing. It's got this macro where you can go so close up and take pictures of everything. I'm going to take the best pictures for this auction ever.
Clean it though.
Watch, keep going. Look at somebody just got their brand new camera. First off, it's so good. You can see how the bi-turbo is not even straight.
That's right.
Look at the fingerprints in the E.
Fingerprints. John,
Fingerprints in the E. Like,
this is
it's
a
a great
crime scene.
camera.
This is a crime scene.
This is bad. This is bad. I don't think this car is nearly as bad as it looks. I don't think the orange peel is as bad as it looks in real life, but he went full, zoom in mode. Like, thanks for that picture, friend.
Fucking electron microscope over here.
Yeah, it makes the car look awful. And I don't think the car is awful. I just think that somebody got their new camera and went nuts.
John is a detailing aficionado, so anytime there's something wrong with paint or the finish of something, he spots it instantly.
Some people say I'm on the spectrum.
A little bit of curb rash here, but not bad for a 10-year-old car.
44,000 miles. Yeah, no, it's definitely like a well-maintained, well-loved car. I think it is anyway. But yeah, the interior's dirty. There's some wear on the bolster.
What's up here? Maybe I don't recall what the headrest looks like.
That's the AMG Crest.
Okay.
And I think that's an option. I don't think they all came with that. It's a nicely optioned car for sure. It's just poorly photographed.
And the man has dandruff. I mean, it looks like there's.
So there's stuff all over. You got to give me a steering wheel pick.
I have to go back.
No, I think it's forward, but either way. Because I want to talk about Alcantara for a second. Ew.
It doesn't age well. It's like hot pants on a 60-year-old.
You don't want to touch that part of the steering wheel.
Yeah, it does.
Perhaps they're an enthusiast that doesn't care about detailing and cleaning. And I know those people are out there. I know I'm talking to one of them right now, and that's great. But nobody's pointing any fingers. But this car, it could do with a nice detail, like a really deep clean.
But back to your thought before about camera quality. If somebody were using a lesser quality camera, would these things still be evident? I mean, because we're talking about dust here. I mean, actually,
It's dusty. No, I don't think you would notice nearly as much. I mean, I'm not talking potato phone, but like something in between. And if you zoomed out just slightly, like there's a lot of, I guess as if I was a buyer, I'd be really appreciative. But I think this guy's shooting himself in the foot. There's too many close-ups. Like zoom out slightly.
right. Well, we're going to do an episode in the near future about auction photography, typically with an interior. I think you want a wider angle. I mean, this is unforgivable.
I mean, punishable by death.
Well,
Maybe not that far.
maybe not that far.
Maybe we lop off a hand. I love these cars. Let's just throw this out there. Even though I just railed against high horsepower not being able to use them, would I benefit from an non-AMG for about a third of the price?
Right.
And perhaps for me, that would be better. It's a beautiful car.
We're going to see what it sells for, and then that's going to determine whether we think it's going to go any lower.
Yeah, I think that. The only other notes that I have, Marcus Solinger was the guy that built this engine.
Where's
Marcus with a K. It's a great name.
What are we pointing out here?
That was where the headlight was damaged and the bumper had The guy literally said in there, you can see the sanding marks, which is sad if you go a little lower.
Oh, these here. Is this car of PPF? Because PPF sometimes looks like that. I got some service records. That's nice. He pays his bills.
Paid in full, like
Yeah,
Eric B. and Rakim.
that's right.
I, I feel really strong about it today. Like when I was kind of assessing yesterday, I had a good beat on what I think it's going to sell for. And now I look at it again, and I'm like, man, that seems high, but I'm going to stick with it.
We've got another AMG E63S. This one is a later generation, but it's only got 13,000 miles for a 2000. What do you think about this versus the previous one? So let's see if we can find a similar angle photo, because I think so. Do you have a preference?
Yeah, I prefer this body style. The what is it, a 212? I guess it's an S212 because it's a wagon. I prefer the older body style to this one. I think the newer one is very attractive, but for some reason this one does it for me.
Yeah.
And this one does it just slightly less. I think this is more under the radar.
Yeah. Now, wait a second. So we were talking about super zoomed in photos before, but these photos actually look a little bit out of focus. You can't have everything. Yeah.
It's a 13,000 mile car. It's a pretty car.
It is.
I do like these.
It is.
I think Mercedes went more subdued on the AMG version of this wagon than they did on the previous.
Looks good in black.
It does look good in black. Tell me about the wheels. You like the wheels? Do you dislike the wheels?
I like this out of focus.
Yeah, that's super out of focus, isn't it?
The wheels, they're fine. I was going to say there's some instances where this car looks like a hearse.
Yes. Yeah. That it's black. It's got a long roof. Why does this only have 13,000 miles on it?
Well, because he has a John Deere tractor that he's driving around it.
Another Mercedes in the garage.
Sure. He's got an apple orchard he's maintaining. I mean, he's making organic kombucha or something like that. We're going to make a prediction on this in a little bit, but this is another example of a car that has way too much power, I think, for most people. So there is nothing sane about a 600 horsepower wagon unless you're talking about a Conestoga wagon being pulled by 600 horses, which might happen on this guy's farm.
That's a lot of horses.
Yeah. This is like I did read somewhere that this is the loudest executive sedan ever built. I don't know if that's true, but it does sound great.
Yeah, they sound fantastic. They are amazing cars. I don't think we're taking anything away from how amazing they are by questioning their usability on public roads, right? Like, I don't know. I think a Hellcat's amazing in terms of what it can do, but where do I use it?
Correct.
Unless it's a street takeover. But yeah, I will say I like the interior of this one better than the last generation.
We're going to put a price on this in a minute. Oh, did you know that this car had drift mode?
I did not know that.
Absolutely. It had drift mode. You can drift this thing from Boston to Philly, I bet.
I would love to pull into my kid's school sideways again.
It also has a couple of modes that are interesting. It has a 4-cylinder mode where you can just run economically, when you're trying to save the earth.
Yes.
And it also has something called emotion start, where when you start it with one of the paddles pulled back, it's loud. Yeah. If you had to guess how fast this would do 0 to 60, what would you say?
About 3 seconds.
3.3, I think, is the number. Hey, do you remember when we did the 23 versus 124 episode, and you were talking about how many E-Class or variations there were?
Yes.
There are still a ton of E-Class variations, and this is proof of it, that you can get this car as a sedan that's like perfectly lovely to go and pick up your in-laws and go to dinner at someplace where your father-in-law is going to eat pot roast. Or you can get this bastard, which is like a feral animal. There's just such a wide variation. And the E-Class is not my favorite car or favorite family of cars, but I have to tip my hat to Mercedes for always having a wide selection of variants available. That's correct. Hey, Johnny, let me ask you a question. Have you ever subscribed to our channel?
Well, I have, as a matter of fact, and it brought a lot of satisfaction. Why do you ask?
I'm just wondering if anybody watching this has not subscribed. Do they know how much better their life will be, how much more interesting they'll be at parties, how much more respect they'll get from their neighbors?
I mean, the way I think about it is, don't you want to be in on the ground floor? And when we're at like millions and millions of subscribers, you can say, I remember when they just first started out. I remember when that guy shaved his beard.
Yeah, that's right. And we will remember you. subscriber. We will know you by name.
We're
We will
like the
say to ourselves,
PBS of YouTube.
what?
We're like the PBS of YouTube because of viewers like you.
All right, we're moving on to a car that we found on Cars and Bids.
So a 2020 BMW M5 Comp, 13,000 miles. It's got total PPF all over the car.
Is it like that frozen PPF?
This makes it look more like a matte finish. I'm going to reserve my judgment for the time being.
I'm gonna come right out and say it. I am a fan. It's a choice that may or may not age well as you own this car for a number of years.
It is a competition model, and I don't know. Let's get into it. Like, tell me about your thoughts about the F90 M5.
Well, which weighs more, Johnny? The ego of the average M5 owner or the car itself? I don't like this car as much as the other cars we're looking at. We're looking at the RS6 and we're looking at the E63. I don't like this car as much, not just because it's not a wagon.
Right.
It just feels different to me. It just feels a little like cock rock. I mean, it just feels a little too jerky to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to anybody who drives and I'm a former BMW owner, so
Well, I'm going to take it a step further. I hate these cars. I'm sorry.
take the gloves off, Johnny.
Yeah, I don't like anything about these cars, and I don't like them. And let me tell you why I don't like them.
Go.
First off, if you debadge it, it looks like a 3 Series. It just looks like a generic rental spec 3 Series. I'm sorry, it just does. There's nothing exciting about this. I'm all
What
about
the carbon fiber roof, dude.
yeah, it's got a carbon fiber roof. That's great. It's a sticker. I know it's not a sticker, but it's don't like these. They're not special in the way that M5s of the past have been.
True.
At least some of them.
True.
It's just blah to me. It's got a twin turbo V8. It's got close to 600 horsepower. It is all those things, and that's wonderful. Except it's now complicated and technical, and
Yeah.
the headrests light up and say M5. That's nice, but it doesn't do any of the things that I really want in an automobile.
Before, so the headrest, the thing that's behind my eyes, lights up.
Yes, the thing
and
you
I
can't
block-
see, it lights up so that everybody else knows in your passenger seat that you have an M5. It's gimmicky and dumb, and I don't like it. Now, we can talk about this specific car. So this one's got 13,000 miles on it. I believe the owner has had it for 3 months and has decided to sell it. And so in the comments, people were like, whoa, are you a dealer? No, I'm not a dealer. I just say.
I'm not here to hurt anybody. Everybody sit down.
So yeah, owned it for 3 months. Nobody really knows why. Oh, the guy bought it, put on some PPF to hide whatever, and now they're selling it. I'm not saying there's anything shady going on here. It seems weird.
Something you said a minute ago about this car being complex, it has more drive modes than I have moods. And coincidentally, all of them are angry. In the comments, is there any mention of mechanical or electrical gremlins?
No, but it did give a full service report, and I know that it had an alignment at 10,000 miles, and it just recently had new tires put on it. So I don't know. I don't know what the lifespan of.
But the car weighs like 5,000 pounds or something. I mean, like 600 horsepower.
Yeah, it's heavy. It's all-wheel drive. It's complex. It's boring looking. So I would love somebody in the comments to enlighten me. Tell me why these are great. I'm ready to learn. I
Well,
want to learn.
Here's one thing.
Yeah.
Johnny, this car is all-wheel drive, but it has a rear-wheel drive mode. I think that's kind of cool.
I also don't like white interior. God, I'm complaining.
I think
I'm not even.
it's
There's
so
nothing about this is not the car for me. Yeah, it's not a 30-year-old Land Cruiser with leaking everything.
I think the M mode switches, one on either side, the presets, I think that's a slick feature. And I know that I think the E63 has something also on the wheel that's easy to select. RS6, I think it's actually on the console, but I think this is very cool. This is really fighter jet looking to me. It might
Yeah.
be gimmicky or douchey but
No, it's great. Does a Diet Coke pop up from the dashboard? What is it? What can you do with this button? You get to select it, right? You get to set up whatever you want it to be.
listen to me, man. I already just said you can pre-program selectable options about your performance. You want it to shift like somebody's hitting you in the back of the head with a pull cue? You can select that. You want it to have like takeoff that rivals an Apollo 11? You can do that. You want to change the suspension settings so that you bust your balls? You can do that. That's what
Okay.
these things do. And you can have two of them. So it's like It's like on the way to work, I might be a certain kind of aggro, but on the way home, I'm a different kind of aggro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm aggro. It's not. It's solving problems that I don't have.
That's right. Yeah, I watched an in-depth video of one of these a couple of months ago, and I think it was our buddy Doug. And there were just an incredible amount of features that are on this car that I just couldn't comprehend. Like the complexity of that shit when it breaks.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So ludicrous. But then again, these cars are crazy to begin with. I don't know where we're going to start splitting hairs about this is crazy, but that's just over the top crazy. Yeah. You want to see the last car that we have?
I do.
If
I
you're
do.
enjoying this episode, or if you're not enjoying it, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down just so we know that you're there and alive. Don't make us do a wellness check sending somebody to your house.
Because I'll show up.
All right, Johnny,
Yes.
the bowels of the internet.
Electronic bay.
Yes. Where
So
good cars go to die.
if nobody else bid on this car,
Mm-hmm.
would you get it for $100? Because it's currently at $600 and there's a $500 cash back ticket.
Yeah, nothing says premium sedan like a coupon.
Texas Auto Group.
We'll save you dollars. Can I tell you something? Can we rant and rave a little bit about eBay?
Hey, I've been doing it all day on other items. Yeah, what do you got?
Is this the worst platform? First of all, these photos are limited number of photos, right? What do we like? This is useful. Attention mobile users. Scroll down. Okay. So but if I want to know more details about this car, what do? I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to see some detail. What? That's it?
Let me tell you what eBay does for me. Sometimes when
Wait,
I
hold on
want
a
to go
second.
back, what?
Is it premium merino leather? And why is it merino leather, not merino wool? Is it full dashboard? I know this is just a formatting issue. Those are supposed to be bullets, but like proofread, do better, Texas Auto Group, do better. Yeah. I wish they had called this stepmomtronic. Anyway, there's more about the purchase of this vehicle than the vehicle itself. All right, Johnny, it's time for Uncle Lefty's trivia. So this question is about the three cars we're looking at, Jackass, the RS6, the Mercedes, and the M5. Damn.
So, gosh, I don't know, but I will guess. Is it the Mercedes?
It is not. It is the RS6, which also shares its engine with the Lamborghini Urus.
Which we're calling a van?
No. No, there's a
What?
van in the Audi lineup that they use the same engine.
A VIN or a van? Go back, you idiot.
Van.
Van, like a van, like I'm driving a windowless van offering candy to kids.
Van, damn it. Yeah.
What van? What are you talking about? There's a
in the Volkswagen lineup somewhere in the world, maybe in like Belize, they have some sort of van and they use the same engine. I found these facts on the internet. Do not dispute them.
which van is it?
Okay.
So Volkswagen has a twin turbo 4-liter
Okay. So which car offers switchability from all-wheel drive to rear-wheel drive on your fly?
Is it the Audi?
No, we just talked about this.
Yeah, I know we did.
M5.
It's the M. Yeah, it is the M5. The
Yes.
M5.
I just
it the
had those
M5?
words.
It's the M5.
Good job.
Thank you so much. M5.
Yes. Both the F90 and the G.
Okay.
All right. Which model is hand assembled in Alfaltbach in Germany?
That is the Mercedes by Marcus Solinger.
That's right. All right. Which lets you shoot laser headlights at slower drivers?
Oh, it's got to be the BMW.
It's the BMW.
Yes.
Optional equipment. Which has the smallest cargo space but largest ego? Definitely. We knew that one.
Dimmer, bruh.
All right. The first Audi RS6, the C5, used an engine co-developed with which British motorsport company? Do you know your worth in British motorsport history?
I mean, it's either Cosworth or McLaren or TVR.
Cosworth.
Cosworth.
Yep. Boom. It was then owned by the VW Group, which made a van that had a 4-liter. What's the maximum factory speed limiter setting available on the RS6 with the DPP?
155?
No.
Wow.
When we want to talk about insane automobiles, Johnny, this is what we're talking about. A wagon that you can put the pedal to the metal and hit 190 miles an hour. It's craziness, man. Get a hold of yourself.
It seems aggressive.
All right. In 2024, which of the three cars had the highest average sale price over at our friends on Bring a Trailer?
I've got to say the RS.
You are a smart dude. Yeah. Which car has factory drift mode?
We talked about this. The BMW.
Mercedes.
The Mercedes.
That's right. All right. Which car has a factory drift mode?
I think all of them, actually.
Every single one. Which car believes traction control is fake news?
Your BMW?
All right. What's the only thing rarer than an RS6 owner under the age of 40?
I give up. What is it?
One who is solvent.
I like to finance stuff.
I'm going to put $250 down. How about that? Can you make that work? Give me a payment.
How long can we extend those monthly payments?
I want to know about my monthly. All right. It's time for us to make some psycho car bid predictions. We're going to be predicting prices on what these bad boys are going to sell for.
Okay.
All right. So John and I got together before the show and put our prices together for that Australian 2015 RS6 Avant. Johnny, you came in 10 grand higher than me.
I did, but it's in Australian money, so it's only about $42.
Man, the Australians are going to come after you, man. All right. We have a special treat because we have two of our subscribers who wanted to play as well. I sent them the list. I didn't tell you I did this, Johnny.
Ooh.
I sent them the list of the cars that we were playing, and they sent me their bids. So Street Park Everything, you can follow him on Instagram. He's a wonderful chap. He said, and both of these prices are in US dollars. He said it's going for $38,750. And our good friend MK Palad, you can find him on the Instagram at MK Palad at $40,000. We're going to see who comes in stronger there, us or those newbies.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So the 2025 RS6 Avant. Johnny, you and I were pretty close on this.
You came in strong, though. I like your strong money.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Our friends, they said this car is going for 132 and 126. So really close to our two bids. So we're all in the same neighborhood. And that zip code is expensive. All right. On the 2014 E63 AMG, we're really close to each other here, within 10% of each other. I said 44. You said 47. Our buddies,
All right.
they were close too. Again, what did we say? We said 44.
So I'm super strong, and we're actually both higher than these guys.
What do they know though?
I mean, they don't have a show. They're not in their basement.
That's right. We're idiots on the internet. They're just observers of idiots on.
Yes.
That's right. All right. So the 2019 E63.
Holy cow! Look at us.
I came in really rich on this.
You did.
I've got a feeling I'm going to lose my shirt. When I saw these predictions here, I was like, wow, we are really far off. So MK, he must know something that we don't, or he's just an idiot. Drunk.
I mean, 73. It's 6 years old. I get that, but it's only got 13,000 miles on it. It's a super clean piece. The photos weren't great, but you know when you see where that car is coming from, that it's well maintained.
Yeah, we got a bit of a disparity here. I didn't realize that this. You did a little bit more research on this one than I did. I didn't realize it was a quick flip. Yeah, maybe that's gonna hold it back. So I said 80 large. You said 56.
Yes. If you didn't know that I had disdain for this car before, you certainly know once my bid came up. Okay.
Let's see what some of our viewers said. They were right in line with me. So
all right. Look, you guys can all have bad taste together. It's fine.
Hey.
Yeah, I obviously I can't help my personal opinions overshadowing what I think this car is going to sell for. I think I'm definitely low. I get it, but I wouldn't even pay what I think it's going to go for.
All right. So the 2019, which was our last car.
Oof.
Yeah, we got another disparity here. I said 57. You said 40. Do you want to change your bid?
No.
Okay.
No, it's how much I dislike these cars.
Let's see what our viewers thought. They thought 53 for Evan and 51 for MK. And what were ours again? Yeah, so they're in between us.
Yeah, closer to you.
I've got a feeling MK Polaroid over here. I feeling he's gonna take it home. I think he's gonna win.
Um,
Johnny, we're gonna play a game called Daily Flip Coffin, and what this means is you're gonna pick one of the cars that we looked at today and say, "Damn, I would daily this thing." You're gonna pick one of these cars and say, "I hate this piece of shit. I would flip it the fuck out of my driveway." And the last one, you're gonna say, "I love this car. I want to be buried in it at some point."
Good. Well, I'm glad I don't have to be buried in it today. But
No.
in terms of a daily driver, I can't think of a better vehicle to own than that AMG, the dark blue AMG wagon. I love that car.
Yeah. Cool.
In terms of flipping, I think we've talked a little bit about this today. I can't stand the F90. I don't like the BMW M5.
All right.
I don't like the BMW M5.
Which is
So
which of those
that would
two?
be,
So we had two. We had the silvery one, or and you had the
I would flip the gray one because I don't like it so much. I would love to see it go away.
all right.
So
We got that
that
one.
one. And then the car that I would keep forever, like my forever ever I want to be buried in it, has to be the Nardo Gray RS6. Love that thing.
Yeah. That's actually not a bad lineup. I generally think you're an idiot at most things. I don't think you did that bad this time around.
I mean, thank you.
You're welcome. For it.
All right, so now it's your turn, Stace Ghost.
Yeah.
Daily Flip Coffin. Where did you land?
We're really close. I think we have the same cars in the same positions, but just different model years. So for daily, I was thinking the 2019 AMG because I just think that's a fantastic car. I love the color.
Yeah, I think that I like your choice. Yeah, I'm with you so far.
Yeah. The car that I would flip would be that light colored M5. I think that was also, was that a 2020? I hate that color. I would actually prefer to keep the darker one with the frozen exterior.
So you would let it go.
I would let it go.
All right. So this leads us to one more. Tell me about your coffin.
We agree for once. That RS6 Avant is, look at that ass. I mean, that's the car I'm taking.
Yep. Yep. We're going to have to fight for it because it is incredible.
So, in closing, I think the thing that we see that's super evident is that you can be both responsible and irresponsible if you choose the right car. These cars will keep you happy, but they'll also get you through the day, but they'll blow your mind when your mind needs to be blown. They're just cars for psychopaths.
Look, I'm not saying that we should outlaw or ban these cars. Far from it. But what I think is we have to start thinking as consumers logically, like, am I going to be able to use 600 horsepower? Am I going to be able to enjoy and exploit what these cars are all about?
Am I going to be able to afford the repairs?
Also, certainly that, right? And what else is out there that maybe gives me most of that experience without the extreme cost and the fact that I don't ever get to use and enjoy it? So I don't know. I'm glad these cars exist, but they're not for me.
Well, would you give a nut for any of these cars?
Yeah, maybe the RS6. Yeah, it's so incredible. I can see myself driving it. And maybe the older AMG, the one that I picked out as a daily. I think that that's also an amazing car, and it's at least within my wheelhouse.
I agree. I think that RS6 is just an incredible car. It is, if you're going to go insane, that's the car to take you there.
In the membrane.
All right. As always, please speed safely and don't do that in the presence of your insurance adjuster. But this has been Bid Left Nut. Thank you for watching.
Like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you soon.